All right. Please, can you hear me now? Woohoo! Yay. Hey, Carolyn. Long, long time. Uh, let's see if we can get the other folks back on. Was it easy enough to find the new link, I hope? I might be able to do it without these. Sort of have to keep going back and forth. All right, let's see if other folks can find it. Oh, I can hear you. Hi. Great. Stacy, can you do me a favor and just text Laurie and just tell her it's a different link, so to just go to my YouTube, please? I just see she texted me and I didn't pick it up, but I imagine it might be that. That'd be great. So let's just wait a couple more minutes and see if we can get some of those folks back in, and then we'll get started. But feel free to pop, uh, you know, whatever, a hello, a how are you, whatever it is you want to pop in the chat. That would be great. I'm really happy to be here. I know it's been over a year since I've done a live, and I'm not sure how much longer than a year. But yeah. So let's hope the other folks pop back in. I know there was a few others on here, and hopefully they can find the link. Carolyn, you said it was easy to find. So I'm going to hope that it is. Ah, there you are, Deanna. You're back. I don't know if Kathy's going to be back. Kathy's back. Great. I think there were 6 when I had to cut off. And I don't know how many more. And I imagine it might be confusing for people who got my email and now they're on a different link. But hey, what's the crowns or the little? It's like Stacy has crown number 2, Carolyn has crown number 1, Kathy has crown number 3. What are those? Like I said, it's been over a year since I've been on live, so they might have just changed all kinds of things. But anyway, because you're queens. And see, I knew this, but I wasn't quite sure what the numbering is all about. So I think it's pretty funny. And yes, I would agree. Queens. All right, let's get started. So this was a very last minute thing. And I'm so glad you could join and that you got my emails. I know it's a holiday weekend in the US, and it's the US Open tennis tournaments, which is what I've been glued to, which explains a little bit of the delay in getting the email out. But let's get started. So we're going to just pull cards. We're going to do general messages for the week, right? And then, of course, I will pull a card for questions or requests. So if you have a specific question, you can put it in the chat. And if you have a just a request, like I would just like a card, then just put a general request. Hey, Susan, thank you for joining, a friend of Kathy's. Well, a friend of Kathy's is a friend of ours, Susan. Happy to have you. Yeah, so you got that. And if you do put a specific question in the chat, think about sort of how it impacts you. So rather than asking, you can ask about someone else, but oftentimes I'll take that and turn it back to how it impacts you. So just give thought to that. Don't go crazy, being super specific or whatever, but just put in the best you can. So at least I understand what you're asking me. Okay. All right, let's get started. I've gone back and forth on which deck I wanted to start with for the general messages, and I hadn't landed on one. But I think this is calling me right here. And this is Whispers of Intuition, it's called. So we're going to work with this deck here. And I'm going to pull cards for this week. And I think what I'll do is let's get a card. Okay. Here are the 3 cards. I'm thank you. Normally I do, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But that's not it. What this is going to be is this is going to be about grounding. The next card is going to be about play, which may sound familiar to somebody. And the next card is going to be about calendar. And by calendar, what I want to say about that is just the things that we feel like we have to do, day job perhaps, appointments, have to see a client, have to go to the grocery store, have to do the laundry, some of those things. So we're going to talk about grounding, play, and calendar, okay? Grounding is how can we take ourselves and just anchor ourselves down so that we can choose to play and not feel like, oh my gosh, I need to be doing something else, And when we work with our calendar, we don't get so caught up in the calendar that we make that the focus of everything and we forget about the play. Okay, you follow me? So, oh, yes. Hey, let's just face it, over a year has changed, but some things haven't, and that would be my enthusiasm when I flip a card. So, throat release. This is the grounding card. Throat release. So this is about releasing. The throat is our throat chakra, right? So you can think of the color blue. But think about in terms of you being anchored, you being centered and feeling like you are really planted in everything that you do. Is there something you need to be saying about that? So, again, we're looking at making sure that our balance and calendar are flowing equally and evenly, right? So, if you need to speak up about that, be sure to speak up. And if you do speak up, think about how you speak up. Okay. Remember that, yes, this is what's coming through. Remember that we cannot expect others to know things if we don't tell them. So, for example, you wish somebody else would do the laundry because you've sort of been doing it all week. Ask them to do the laundry, right? Use your voice. The next one is play. And this is emotions are energy in motion. Emotions are energy in motion. And you can see that little serpent. We can think of that as our spine, chakras going right up there. So, in terms of playing, emotions are energy in motion. Move, walk, dance, put on some music, dance, move, whittle your thumbs, beat your fingers, move your body. And in moving your body, we can get those emotions moving around so we don't have things sort of jamming up, right? It's our physical activity is huge to our entire well-being. And we don't always spend a lot of time with that. And so think about if you're struggling with something or it just happens to be a funky day for you for whatever reason, move. Because sometimes we tend to get locked down, right? We wake up in the morning and we're like, oh, we woke up in a funk. And then you hold that all day. Well, if you move, you're going to dispel that and get yourself back to the grounding where we want to be. So the other card we have is the calendar. Gift yourself. Oh my gosh, this is so fabulous. Gift yourself. So make sure on your calendar you're putting things that are good for you. Simple as that. Okay, that's what I have for the messages for this week. I really love it. Speak up. Use your voice. Be mindful of the words that you choose. Be mindful of the words that you repeat, right? Um, and always ask. Don't assume and don't expect. Now, this is where we have the biggest letdowns, right? When we don't actually use the voice. Okay, what do you got? That message hit home for me. Right on, Carolyn. Any of those in particular or the whole thing? It's a nice flow, isn't it? It's just like, making sure you're taking care of self and expressing what you need, making sure you're moving that physical body in whatever way you play, and making sure your calendar just isn't full of things for everybody else, but you slide in those things that you like to do too. Because really, they should be, what's on your calendar should be play. Yeah, the whole thing, right on, like the cards. Me too, queen number 2. Okay, does anyone have a question that you would like me to pull a card for? Is there a general request? Are you just here for the fun? I can't write my entire question. We've got a little time. Have at it. One more card for signs and intuition. What do you mean, Stace? One more card for signs and intuition. Are you talking about? You clarify. Kathy, I'll wait for you. Sela, is that how you say your name? Hello, hope all is well here. You're new. Welcome, welcome. And I'm glad you found us. We had to redo the live because of technical situations. May I kindly request for a reading? Yes, general card. Is that what you're looking for? And Carolyn, general request. So Sela, you can clarify if you want a general card or if you have a specific question. Stacy, you clarify, please. Signs and intuition. Carolyn, I'm on it for you. General request for Carolyn. We are going to, hey Todd, thanks for joining. Carolyn, we're getting you a general request from Neo Tarot, and I think it just popped right out here. 4 of Wands. Carolyn, this is good. 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands is I mean, you can see this in here. There's a celebration happening, right? And so what the 4 of Wands is really wanting us to do is to stop and celebrate as we go along the path, right? That 4 is in the 1 to 10, so it's sort of at the beginning. We don't have to wait for, hey, Sam, we don't have to wait for things to be done, for the end to have come into focus before we celebrate. So be sure that you celebrate the little steps, right? Celebrate the baby steps, celebrate everything. And even if, you didn't even get up the step today, celebrate that you were looking at the step and you're thinking, I can do that when I want to do it. So take time out and be sure to celebrate all those moments, right? Okay. I see Susan, you've got a question here, Rising Vibes. Kathy, I've got you. Sela, you mentioned something here about Milo. Yeah, so you're new here. And like I said, welcome. And I don't pull a lot of cards for other people because I don't really know what other people feel. But let's just see about you and Milo, like you with Milo. That's what I'm going to pull. You with Milo. And see what we've got, okay? Because it's really about you in relationship, my friend. All right? 4 of Swords. So there's a lot of thinking about Milo. There's a lot of thinking. What's he thinking? Is he going to forgive me? Is he, are we still okay? There's a lot going on up there. And this is a take a time out from that. Just stop thinking so much about it and just be. So if there's something you need to do to, again, we came back to that throat release. So if there's something you need to say to Milo, say it. Say it. But get out of your head about it. That's where this Four of Swords is coming in. Okay. Okay. Let me scroll back up here. I know there's Rising Vibes. I love that you all still remember each other. Susan, okay, I'm really working on play as an artist. There's so much business to do. General card about my business. Yes, isn't that the most difficult thing, right? It's like, especially for creators, that you want to create all day and somebody's got to run the business. And we might be a fantastic artist, which I am sure you are. It doesn't necessarily mean we're great at running a business or that we even want to do it, right? And it's sort of that thing that happens in between. We can get somebody to run it for us. So let's get a card here for Susan about running her business. Ooh. Well, look at this, Susan. Judgmental. Curious. That the deck is called Cosmic Cat, and it says, observe your critic. So I would just say sort of exactly what I was just saying, that, creative types aren't often in the headspace of business. And it is, unfortunately, reality of a lot what we have to do. So, maybe go easy on yourself if you're not getting it done, or if you're not great at it. And then see what you can do to find somebody to help you. Sometimes getting someone to manage our business, of course, that costs money. We can't do that. But sometimes we can find a resource that might be there and available just to extend a hand or help get over a hump, or help work through whatever this, a snag might be. And so observe your critic. And so what I would say about that is as the hand is extended, take it, zip it and take it, and see where it takes you. And then let it go where it needs to go. If it's something that works for you, great. And if it doesn't, then there's always a thank you. I appreciate it. And we both move on, right? So I'm just going to say, I'm going to say that don't be so hard on yourself, and allow others to help you. And let them do it their way, is what I'm going to say, because it's saying observe your critic. Let them tell them what you need, ask what they can do for you, and see if there's a match there. Okay, let's get to Kathy. I think here I scrolled. Rising Vibes, I see you're looking for a card too, so I'll get you. And did I miss somebody else in here? I don't think so. So I've got Kathy. You're welcome, Sela. Freya, hi. Okay, let's see. Kathy. I've been anxious about response to a formal contract. Today I began the day in my secret garden. ChatGPT has helped me greatly, and it will be sent this evening. So happy to see y'all. Okay. ChatGPT, I have been using AI. I just have been learning. It's incredible. So I think maybe, Kathy, I'll just pull a card just about the anxiety about contract and putting stuff, and sort of goes along with what I was saying about Susan, right? You creative types. I mean, you're such a phenomenal artist that the logistics can really get in the way, right? So let me just give you a card that can maybe come under and give you a little support there. Actually, I'm going to go to Crazy Sexy Love Notes, because I think that's just right for you. All right, let's see. Carolyn, that was amazing because I was celebrating my blog reaching a milestone. Hey, right on for you, Carolyn. I'm so glad to hear you're still doing it. Oh, that's very exciting. Very exciting. All right. Let's get a card here for Kathy on, I think it is this. Okay. This is just about anxiety and seeing if you can work out of that space. It's time to rise. Oh, look at the little heart leading her. So no matter what's happening in our lives, we always have the potential to rise above it. Rising is one powerful choice away. Rise out of our negative thoughts or our limiting beliefs. Rise out of our comfort zone or our complaints. Rise out of our slump or out of the potato chip bag. No, thank you. Get up and rise. What are you waiting for, darling? So, just again, addressing the anxiety about the logistics that can really be a pain in the neck. And I'm going to go with the cliche and say, you've got this. That yeah, it can be frustrating and annoying. Thank goodness for ChatGPT that can help you. It sounds like you're well on your way, and maybe you can just give yourself sort of what I was saying to Carolyn about, celebrating the baby steps. You did it. You did it. So hopefully that gets you out of that space. General card for rising vibes. Let's get you a card. Yeah. And I'm trying to remember the name of this deck. Why is it escaping me? I want to say it's like Ancient Wisdom. What is the name of this deck? Ancient Stones. Okay, let's see. Todd, it's all about number one. It is all about number one. I mean, if you don't put yourself first, I don't know how you think you can take care of anybody else. All right, let's get this for my friend Rising Vibes. Dancing with Stones. Movement. Teamwork, partnership. That is a lovely, lovely card. Movement, teamwork, partnership. So I think going a little bit even to what I was saying to Susan about extending the hand out and seeing, what you need and having someone come in to help you get to that next step, help you just get over a hump or whatever it is. Sometimes it's just someone that can help you remove a block, right? So dancing with stones. Stones are fixed things generally. And we can either look at it as something in our way, or we can look at it as something that we can dance around, dance over, right? Dance up against, like, that what we do is we change how we're seeing the thing that's in our way. How do we perceive it? How do we experience it? How do we talk about it? Can we move ourselves with it to be more fluid so that it doesn't stop us from our forward progression? That's pretty good. Okay, Todd, I don't know if you had a question. Let's see. Freya, hello, all new here. Thank you for joining. I'm a writer and I'm submitting a book soon to a publisher. Is there any energy about how this will go? That is most excellent. Bravo to you. Let's see. I feel like I just need to go back to my trusted tarot. Stace, I see your question there. Let's see about Freya submitting her book. Oh, it's Temperance, Freya. So first of all, what I'll say about Temperance is that it's ruled by Sagittarius, okay? Sagittarius is the archer, right? So the Sagittarius is always sending the arrow out to see where it's going to land. Maybe there's a target, maybe there isn't. But it's just going, I'm going for it, right? That's a really nice energy to have when you're sending your book to your publisher. You're going to send it out, see where it lands, and see how it's received. Because once you send it, it's out of your control, right? So just accepting that and just accepting that you did it, like that's huge, right? That alone is huge energy. And then you see how Temperance is a foot on land, a foot in the water, two chalices, sort of moving things back and forth. So think about the whole process, Freya, that it's not one and done, right? That it's not, okay, that's it. No, it either works or it doesn't, right? Think about sort of more of a flow. What do you need to combine? Maybe the publisher comes back and says, we'd like you to make some changes, right? So if you take a little bit of what you've got in the book, a little bit of their comments, how can you create? How can you move? How can you alchemize into something else? Keeping a foot in the water, a foot on the land. And what that's saying is keeping yourself right sized about this, not getting too hung up in any particular place, right? This is a big effort. It's a huge thing. It's a huge accomplishment. And so making sure that you're going back to Carolyn's card, celebrating that step, celebrating the fact that you sent it, right? Celebrating the fact that you even got past page one. Like making sure that you are supporting yourself through this whole thing. And by that, you are by then creating the energy about that book. Do you see what I'm saying? So create your own energy about that. But really, congratulations. That's really fabulous. Okay, Stacy, been having some angels hanging around giving me some signs. Looking for a card on the signs the angels are showing me. Been having some angels hanging around giving me some signs. Yeah. I have to laugh to say been having. They've just been around all the time. So let's see. Looking for a card on the signs the angels are showing me. I feel like what that is, I think that's I'm taking this because I feel like it's not so much about the signs that they're showing you so much as your relationship to those angels and messages. There's something in there that I want to get to. And the very first card that fell out is the High Priestess, and it makes such perfect sense, and that's why I said I'll take it, because it does resonate with what I was saying about you. The High Priestess is about your intuition, right? The High Priestess is about sitting and just observing and being. So the High Priestess isn't about, okay, what does that mean? I better write that down. I've got to figure it out. There's got to be a definition. She just sits there and she knows. She knows. And she knows because it's all within, and over time the understanding becomes more apparent, right? Becomes more conscious, but it's all there. So really tapping into your High Priestess energy. So whether that means, sitting in stillness a little bit more, or just trusting, just really trusting. Because, oh, look at this. Then you've got the King of Cups and you've got the King of Swords. So in the King of Cups, the cups is our emotions and our intuition. It's our relationships. It's our love, right? And the King. The King is the most mature aspect of that. So the King is someone who can sit in both the intuitive realm and in the physical realm, because the King is part of the physical world, but very tuned into the intuitive realm. And then the other one is King of Swords. So King of Swords is a lot of logic. It's someone who doesn't have space for drama. The King of Swords is not about drama. And the King of Swords can get it done, and very logical, very, very confident, very clear, like real good clarity. So what I'm going to say is, you don't need to ask a question about the signs that the angels are sending you. You know what they are. You know them when you see them, right? And just take them for what they are and use it. So if you need to use it for something to do, or maybe it's someone just checking in with you, whatever it is, you have the clarity of the King of Swords to say, I'm not confusing this with anything. But you've got the King of Cups that just is so comfortable in that realm. And the High Priestess is all of that wrapped into one beautiful little card. Okay. Kathy, not a question, just yeah, yeah. That's why I really wanted to just give you a little bit of support on that. Um, so Laurie was on, okay, relaying her message. Thank you for welcoming me back. It's good. It's really good. Messages are spot on. Right on. Uh, Thank you, Kathy, for that comment. Stacy, yes, because couldn't really put it into words. Yes, I almost started with my intuition has been running high, then about the angels and signs. Wasn't sure how to really put it. Spot on. Yeah, yeah. And that's really what I got is it wasn't a matter of I don't know. You weren't asking like what does it mean? That isn't what I interpreted from your question. So great. Well, I think I got everybody, right? Did I get everybody? I'm pretty sure I did. Thank you for your patience. I don't know what happened with the audio, but you know what? It's my first time back in over a year, and it wouldn't be a good first reading if we didn't have technical difficulties because that just seems to go along with my card reading for some reason. Ah, all right, everybody. It was so great to be here. So remember, as you start out your week, your throat release, right? Like, like speak up, use your voice and use it in the way that supports you. It's not about yelling at people, it's not about telling them what they did right or wrong. It's about you, right? Using that. Emotions are energy in motion. Move your body. Doesn't matter even if you're doing chair yoga for goodness sakes. Just use this physical vessel that we got stuffed in into this world, you know? We forget about that and then we get all jammed up in the head. And then gift yourself. Remember to include yourself in everything you've got going on, right? Set time apart for yourself. Do the thing for yourself. Sit your feet in a tub of Epsom salt for 10 minutes, whatever it is. Just gift yourself because it's about you. Even Todd was saying, all about you. Good care of yourself. And if you can take good care of yourself, then you can take good care of the other beings on this planet. And that is what we need. But we have to be taking care of ourselves. Okay, I love all of you. Thank you for being here. We'll see when the next live goes. I'm just sort of getting it all back together, coming back online, right? So we'll see. But it was really great to be here. I appreciate all of you showing up. Thank you. Thank you. Warms my heart tremendously. And have a fabulous week. Okay. Bye. And I'm happy to be back. So thank you.